watching iRacing on the Ghostfire Media Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round 4 of the AOLL Cup Series. We're here at Phoenix Raceway here tonight. Looking forward to an exciting race. Anybody that knows anything about Phoenix, you can definitely have that opportunity to take this thing 5-6 wide. These guys will, as you see Blake Gordon there, he's going up underneath that yellow line. You will see that a lot tonight. So should make for some exciting racing as we get going here tonight. And Blake takes out his own teammate. Absolutely love it. Real quick, as a couple little shout outs. Justin Anderson takes his third of 4 in the truck series on March 9th, Wednesday night, there at the Rockingham. The trucks will be at the USA International on the 16th, 120 laps. That should be a good race there. Smaller track should always be a lot of fun, especially in the trucks. Joe Dinsmore takes the Talladega race for the AOLL TNT series. TNT will be moving to Nashville there on Thursday night, so that'll be another very exciting race. And currently for your standings, Justin Anderson is your points leader, followed by Roy Marshall Hall, Steve Gottschalk, Josh Laston, Ed Springer 5th, up 3 spots. Brian McFerrin up 5 spots to 6, tied with Tony Pandon. And then Mike Bass, Adam Wood tied for 8th. Joe Dinsmore rounding out your top 10. As we're just taking a look at a few of the cars. I know I have trading paints running, so shouldn't have any issues there as far as these guys' paint jobs go. Unless I'm losing my mind. It's possible I'm losing my mind, guys. I have a tendency to do that. I did get on extremely early today to ensure everything was working. And God only knows that something may have quit, like trading paints. Complete possibility for that one. But with that being said, the cars are now finished with their practice. They're going to set up for qualifying. 2 laps around Phoenix Raceway here tonight as we get prepared. Speaking to one of the drivers, it looks like we're going to have approximately about 70 to 80 laps worth of fuel runs if it goes green flag the entire time. So should make for a lot of fun tonight. We're just taking a look here. Mike Bass on the track. We got a few others coming on. Brian McFerrin, Blake Ziti, Marshall Hall, Josh Hanner, Teddy Weichel, Tony Pandon, Derek Schilling, Blake Gordon, just to name a few. As Mike Bass goes across the stripe, you see him jump way below that yellow line. And that's kind of what we're speaking about there. It's allowed, and these cars can get traction down there. So we definitely expect to see a lot of guys jumping down below that yellow line and trying to carry a lot of speed around this track. Obviously, generally the fastest way around the track is the shortest way. So that they're cutting off a lot of that track there. John Gordon turns in a 28-17, currently your pole setter. Mike Bass now 27.91. Tim St. Jean comes in with the 28.10. Justin Anderson 27.71. Tony Pandon now, he comes in 27.85. See Justin Anderson's complete. Tony Pandon still on the track here. One to go for him. Marshall Hall sitting in fifth, 28.04. Don Warkey comes in with a 28.08. That'll be good for seventh fastest. Brian McFerrin now jumps up to second, 27.75. As these guys finish clicking away here. Here we have Cody Mitchell on the track now. Brandon Bernhardt turns in a 27.84. That would be good for fourth fastest. Blake Gordon a 27.69. That'll be good for pole currently. Cody headed down the back stretch here. Looking strong so far. Gets down there, hugs that yellow line. Carries a lot of speed. Cody Mitchell, he turns in 28.08. That'll be good for 11th. Joe Dinsmore turns 7th fastest, 27.94. Adam Wood with a 28.25. Justin Edwards, a 28.55. Taking a look at Dan Shirley here. He has a 28.14. That's 15th fastest. John Gordon just kind of hanging out here at the bottom. Joe Dinsmore headed in. Still yet to qualify. We have Mike Burgess, Kevin Schmidt, David Naughton, Greg Garcia, Kevin Hazen, Ross Gage. Quick reminder, next week the AOLL Cup Series will be in Atlanta Motor Speedway. You want to catch that one. They don't call it Hot Atlanta for nothing. Generally, tempers like to flare there. So it should be a lot of fun. That'll be March 20th in Atlanta. And then on the 27th, we're going to head to Circuits of the America. That's right, we're going to head to Dakota. So that's going to be a lot of fun if you ever see these cars. They don't really want to turn right, go around a track that's going to make them turn right. It's a lot of fun. And it looks like these guys are about done qualifying. I don't believe our Mike Burgess, Kevin Schmidt, Dave Naughton, Greg Garcia, and then Kevin Hazen and Ross Gage. I don't believe those guys are going to turn in a lap there. So that should do it for us for qualifying here tonight. We got 28 drivers here tonight. As now we just wait for the countdown clock. And we got about 15 seconds left. $125 laps around this track here at Phoenix Raceway. And if you've ever been able to check this track out or drive this track, it's a lot of fun. Definitely is going to be tricky. It'll be interesting to see how these guys handle here tonight. As we go ahead and grid the field, your pole setter, Blake Gordon, followed by Justin Anderson, Brian McFerrin, Brandon Bernhardt, Tony Pandon, Mike Bass, Joe Dinsmore in 7th, and then Josh Lassens in 8th. 9th, Marshall Hall, 10th, Joshua Hanner. 11th, Cody Mitchell, and in 12th, Don Warnke. 13th, Tim St. Jean. 14th, Kevin Moeller. And 15th, Dan Shirley. 16th, John Gordon. 17th, Ed Springer. And in 18th, Blake Ziti. 19th, Derek Schilling. And in 20th, Adam Wood. 21st, Teddy Weichel. 22nd, Justin Edwards. And 23rd, Dave Naughton, who did not turn in a lap. And, well, anybody there didn't turn a lap. So Kevin Haas gets placed in 24th. Mike Burgess, 25th. Ross Gage, 26th. 27th, Kevin Schmidt. And rounding out the field in 28th, Greg Garcia. As the cars now are gridding up, we get ready to head out for the pace lap. $125 laps at Phoenix Raceway. Should be a lot of fun here tonight. We definitely expect to see these guys get a little crazy there, especially in that area where you could get 5, 6 wide. I don't know if we'll see it that big, but I definitely expect to see a couple 3 wides there from time to time. Pace car is ducking off, and we are about to go green flag racing. Blake Gordon leads them around. And green flag, we are racing here tonight. Blake Gordon leads the field around for the first lap, but it's early already, going 3 wide. So we had Tony Pandon, Brandon Bernhardt, and Brian McFerrin 3 wide. They held their line great. You see, for the most part right now, they are single file. You got a couple that are running side by side here. You got Josh Hanner with Joe Dinsmore. Joe Dinsmore there on the inside. Looks like Mike Burgess entered pit lane already. Blake Gordon right now opening up a little bit of a gap here over Justin Anderson. Adam Wood now, he's looking to fight here. Side by side, Dan Shirley with John Gordon. Adam Wood looks to follow suit here. John Gordon there blinking just a little bit. And we'll have to swap cars there. We'll jump over with Adam Wood as he is on the inside of John Gordon. John able to hold his own here on the outside. As Adam stays hugging that line right there. He's going to dip right there below that yellow line. Heck, going to get Adam loose. Sideways he goes, tags the back of the car. Little bit of rear end damage, gets moving rather quick. So far, no caution. No caution is out. As Adam Wood gets back rolling, no caution here. And now, Brian McFerrin takes over the second spot over Justin Anderson. Right now, they got about a second to Blake Gordon there over Brian McFerrin. As these guys just kind of settling in. You definitely want to let these tires come around to you. As we've been hearing, yellow flag is now out. Yellow flag has come out. As we see the 82 gets a little bit loose here. Comes up, catches the wall, gets sideways. Oh, catches, I can't tell, looks like one of the Endeavor cars, and then gets slammed into the side. And that'll bring out this race first caution. Mike Burgess, ton of damage there. The 72 catches the side of him. As we see the 87's got a little bit of damage here. Smoking a ton. Comes to a stop. Gets back moving. Probably just waiting for guys to head toward into the pits. As you see right now, your leader, Blake Gordon, on pit row. He's getting 4 tires. I'm sure getting fuel, and he'll get back out there, get back to it. And the classic, take out the cone. Nobody likes the cone. You have to feel bad for the cone if you're out there spectating. That's going to make your new leader, Brian McFerrin, with Justin Anderson. Joe Dinsmore gets a nice jump here. He's up 4 spots into 3rd. Tim St. Jean up 9 spots. That's going to put him in 4th. As we look, it looks like more people are starting to pit now. Blake Gordon right now showing in 5th. As we wait for all this to cycle through. As always, out in the chat section, a ton of love going towards Cody Mitchell. Currently sitting in 12th spot. Let's take just a quick look. It looks like had a Ford Dodge SRT Mustang. Looks fantastic. I couldn't resist it. I really didn't know where to go with that. We just went with it. Lap 9 of 125 right now. Pace car out. We are under caution here tonight. Now that caution, out of anything, that's going to help the 45 Adam Wood, who had that self-spin, just got a little loose there and backed into the wall. We've seen him extremely strong in practice, so we definitely expect for Adam to get back up there, get back towards the front. And it's just a matter of time till he does. Pace car's lights are off. We are now going double file as we prepare for another restart here. Brian McFerrin leading them around side by side with Justin Anderson. Joe Dinsmore sitting in 3rd spot with Tim St. Jean in the 4th spot. Blake Gordon, not to be remiss, there in 5th. And Ed Springer on his outside in 6th. Pace car ducks off. As you see the entrance to pit row just coming out of turn 2, so it's got a long way around. As these cars come around, the restart zone, I'm not 100% sure. I can only go by what Cup was, but it was about midway in turn 3 and 4. So it'll be interesting to see where these guys take off. Here you go. Coming in about midway, turn 3 and 4, the 7. Brian McFerrin gets a great jump. Look at Blake Gordon jump shoot down there on the bottom. That's going to move him up to 3rd. He gets a massive run and comes screaming up behind Brian McFerrin and Justin Anderson. Coming out of turn 2, heading down the backstretch, Blake Gordon on the outside of Brian McFerrin. Caution back out. As the 19 gets a little bit sideways, that's going to have the 5 go into the wall. He gets tagged, looks like by the 80, I believe that was. And that will bring out the 2nd caution of the night. Greg One out there said, anybody but Justin. I don't know what to say, man. Let's see here. Greg, where are you at? You're the only other person to win a cup race this season that I'm looking at here. Justin has taken 2 of the 3, with Greg splitting Justin's wins by taking the Auto Club on February 27th. So where are you at? He said he almost pulled for Blake because Justin's been winning so much. I want to know how much practice Justin's been getting in, because it's definitely showing on the results. And I'm actually going to go back into the leagues here. So he's only lost 1 cup race so far. Let's look at the TNT series He's 1-1 there, so 1-3 for the TNT series. And let's look at the Sportsman. Well, I said earlier he's won 2 of the 3 in the Sportsman series. So Justin's definitely on a winning streak here in the AOLL. No, I take that back. He's won 3 of the 4. Excuse me, 3 of the 4. So 75% there. So I would almost be inclined with you, Greg. The Postal Service has definitely been doing very well this season. I never thought I would hear that, by the way, or say that the USPS Postal Service is doing a fantastic job this season. Back under caution here at Phoenix Raceway. I keep wanting to say Motor Speedway. I don't know why. It just sounds better. I don't know. But back under caution here, Justin Anderson's leading them around, followed by Brian McFerrin, Blake Gordon, Joe Dinsmore in 4th, Marshall Hall in 5th, and Brandon Bernhardt in 6th, Josh Hanner in 7th, Mike Bass 8th, and in 9th, Josh Laston. Cody Mitchell now up to 10th position. Cars starting to go 2 by 2. Pace car's lights are off. We're about to go back green flag racing here. Pace car dips off as they come into turn 2, as they start to exit turn 2 and head down the backstretch. Justin Anderson with a huge jump going into turn 3. Coming out of turn 4, that's going to give him about a car lead there. But then look at Blake Gordon just shoots underneath everything through that yellow line. He's going to easily clear Brian McFerrin there and caution back out. Another quick caution here as we take a look here at Dan Shirley. The 44 Cody Mitchell gets sideways. Dan locks it up trying to avoid. He gets sideways, gets tagged, and that's going to bring out the 3rd caution of the evening. Well, while we have a second, let's go ahead and hear from one of our sponsors.
Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Attic. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out, and I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right, pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Attic, 16725 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on guitarattic.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's guitarattic.com.
And we're back here from Phoenix Raceway. Your leader, Justin Anderson, followed by Blake Gordon, Brian McFerrin in 3rd, Joe Dinsmore in 4th, and Brandon Bernhardt rounding out your top 5. Greg says he's in Arizona. Well, Greg, you should be in Arizona because you should be racing. We're racing in Arizona. But I get what you're saying. Now, I got to know, did you go to the race today? Is this the second Cup race you've been to in 2 weeks? I think. You went to the last one, right? Last week's? Let me know. Pace car's lights are off. See Blake Gordon lining up on the outside of Justin Anderson. These guys will start getting double file, preparing for another restart. Big thing about NASCAR is, if you guys follow it, cautions tend to breed cautions. Once you start gaggling everything up, this is when the highest probability for something to go wrong happens. And you know, I don't know whose law it is, but anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Smarter people out there in the comment section, somebody will probably tell me it was like Newton's, or I don't know, Newton's. I know Newton's was a force or whatever. I don't know. Craig out there giving a little love to Josh Hanner. As Justin Anderson leads him around. And we are back racing. Great jump by Justin Anderson. He will easily clear Blake Gordon. Blake Gordon goes slinging down there as he follows Justin Anderson as they go 1-2 into turn 1. Coming out of turn 2, Blake Gordon getting a nice run here, staying all over the back of Justin Anderson. He looks towards the inside as they come down the backstretch, and he's going to dive up underneath him coming in turn 3. Justin Anderson on that outside, getting a nice strong run coming out of turn 4, but Blake able to hang out with them side by side as he comes underneath that line once again, and he takes it down into turn 1. Blake Gordon, he's going to be able to finally clear. He's going to see him get completely sideways coming out of that corner. Hits the inside wall, comes to a stop. That's going to bring out another caution. Now his wheel is caught completely to the left, so I feel like something had to have happened with Blake there. That is not a normal thing we would see out of Blake Gordon. As we just take a quick look here, as you see, he's going to get sideways right here. Oh, comes up into Justin and then comes back down hard into that wall. And that will bring out another caution, lap 21 of 125. As we're starting to see people cycle through back in. The only car to stay out right now, Adam Wood. Looks like Derek Schilling also stayed out. Now this may be what these guys need. Get up front, get some clean air, and they might be able to turn some laps that are comparable to these guys that were running up front. These next-gen cars have been a very finicky thing. It's been something watching these guys trying to get used to these cars. They're definitely very slick, slicker than the last-gen models. So these guys are taking their time to get used to them, and we're seeing some adapt a little bit faster than others and some not. It's just a different car to get used to here. Brian asked to see Marshall's car real quick. Let's take a quick look. Singular. Brian, is this what you were looking for? Anything specific you're trying to see? Pace cars, lights are off. We're about to go back green flag racing here. Real quick though. Well, I have it in a second. I'm going to go back here because this is my favorite one. The Dodge Mustang SRT Ford of Cody Mitchell, because, well, I like saying it now at this point. I butcher it. I'm going to butcher it every time, but it's been entertaining. Adam Wood leads it around. And we are back to green flag racing here. Adam gets a nice jump. As you see, Tim St. Jean also with a great jump as he dives up underneath the 87 to Derek Schilling. Side by side as they go into turn 1. Coming out of turn 2, Adam has a nice gap here on these guys as he leaves everybody else to run 2 by 2 as Tim St. Jean looks to the inside once again here on the 87. As I stated earlier, this might be what these guys needed, just to get up front, get some clean air. You see the 87, he comes inside real quick, and caution is back out. I believe this is the 6th caution now. 6th caution. I believe. I could be wrong. I feel like I need somebody in the comment section to help me count. I'm not the best with counting. And let's take a look here. The 95, Joe Dinsmore, coming through the corner here. I'd be lying. I think there was a little bit of net code there. Let's go to the blimp view. Because that looks like a lot of damage on the left side of his car for the amount of contact that would have been, which in my opinion was none. Let's see the 19. There was some contact there. I don't think it was all that amount of contact, but Joe got tagged a little bit and goes sliding around. And we're back under caution here. Lap 26 of 125. Phoenix Raceway. Again, just a reminder, next week, Atlanta Motor Speedway. Should always be fun. Just a quick question out there. How's Cody Mitchell doing? So Cody right now, as I look down, showing in 23rd and getting fuel, tires. He did have a little bit of an incident earlier. I don't think it was that severe. I think he got a little bit loose, if I remember correctly. I think, again, we're under like the 6th caution, so trying to remember what caution's which. But overall, we've seen him up as far as into the top 10 and drop back here a little bit. Like I said, we're right now showing in 21st, and that's where he'll stay as he comes out of the pit lane. I'm shocked he didn't take out the cone, or Tony Pannon taking out the cone. Nobody took out the cone that time. I bet if you watch Blake Gordon, he'll take out the cone. Blake's just sitting in the pits. There he goes. I believe Blake is not using his fast repair. And Blake didn't take out the cone. I'm shocked. Might be a little frustrated having a rough night right now. Once again, back under caution here tonight. Your leader, Adam Wood, followed by Tim St. Jean, Derek Schilling, Ed Springer, Don Warkey in 5th, Marshall Hall in 6th, Brian McFerrin 7th, 8th, Brandon Bernhardt in 9th, Josh Lassen and Joshua Hanner will round out your top 10. Now you see there's one car there just in front of Adam Wood. That's the number 20. They will get a wave around there right before, I believe, these guys take the green flag. Should get a wave around right now, and there it is. 20 getting the wave around. Will take off. Adam Wood now goes back as your leader. Tim St. Jean on the outside. Derek Schilling on the inside with Ed Springer on his outside. As these guys start to line up side by side, we're about to go back green flag racing. Pace car will dip off coming out of this corner here, turn 2. Once again, if you're just joining in, the start to pit road entrance is coming out of turn 2, so the pace car will dip off there, and Adam will lead them here on the backstretch as they go to the green flag area, which is in between turns 3 and turn 4. So, as always, it is on the lead car, which is Adam Wood at this point. The only time it's on the flag man is the start of the race. After earning cautions, Adam gets a great jump here as he takes full advantage of being on him. That's going to allow the 87 to get a nice run. He dives way below the yellow line there, comes screaming up, but Tim St. Jean gets a fantastic run. He's going to be able to hang on to that second spot as Derek Schilling now gets a nice run there on that inside. He's going to be able to hang on to his spot there in 3rd as Don Warnke right now running in 4th position. Josh Lassen now moving up to 5th. It's Ringer just dropping a couple spots here on the restart. Putting them back to 6, and caution back out once again. I don't know why that did that. I know exactly why that did it. Now, as we just take a look here, look at that. Mike Bass comes down, catches Ross Gage. He comes up, catches the 350. I can't see who that is there. John Gordon able to avoid it. Looks like Justin Edwards up in the wall. And with all these cautions right now, this is helping out Adam Wood. Again, they're looking at about 80 laps of fuel on a fuel run, is what I was told, 70 to 80. No, that's a broad number there. But it'll be interesting to see if they get to a certain point, will these guys come in, get fuel, and be able to run it the rest of the race. At what point do you start thinking fuel strategy? At what point, tire strategy? Positions. Again, right now with these cautions, this is just kind of helping out. As stated earlier, Adam was able to really work his way through there. And we have a quick question. Was Cody able to make it through that wreck? I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I believe Cody retired the car. Only because I cannot find him on the track. So I will venture to say that the 27 is probably done for the night, as well as the 82 of Mike Burgess. We'll wait to see. Mike Burgess definitely done. He's down 27 laps. Still unable to find Cody Mitchell. Looks like Dave Naughton. So yeah, Gary, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to venture to say, looks like Cody Mitchell is retiring the car for the evening. As we just look at timing and scoring here. Cody now showing 2 laps down. And yeah, that's going to keep clicking. I'm positive. Cody retired. It looks like Greg Garcia back on the track. Dave not in the pits. So it looks like right now 2 cars have retired. Cody Mitchell and Mike Burgess. Pace cars lights are off. We are about to go back green flag racing. Cody is still showing in Discord, so I could be wrong. We'll keep an eye on that. But again, I can't find him on the track, so I think that's the biggest tell there. I mean, he could just be in there talking to Marshall at this point. His car is ducked off. Adam will now lead them around once again. Lap 34 of 125. We'll have completed 35 laps here so far tonight. Once we go back green flag racing. And Adam with another solid jump. Once again, he's going to jump out 1.5 car length lead there over the number 6. But as you see, Tim St. Jean, he looks towards that bottom. Not going to help him at all, but we're going to have a fight here for 3rd spot as Derek Schilling has his handful with the 18 of Josh Laston. Josh Laston all over the back of him, and sneaking up there is the number 1 of Marshall Hall. Don Warnke also having a very strong run here in 5th position as caution comes back out once again. We're going to look from Greg Garcia. Gets sideways, gets a little loose, comes up, saves it. Oh, a little netcode there. As you see, they didn't even touch each other. And unfortunately collects Ross Gage in that one as well. Again, net code there if you kind of seen that. I'm sure that was net code. And we're back under caution once again. So right now, this is, again, helping out Adam Wood, helping out some of these guys, Tim St. Jean, Derek Schilling, Josh Lassen, Don Warkey, Marshall Hall, these guys. It's really helping them. Justin Anderson still stuck back in 13th position. Brian McFerrin, he's in 9th position. Brandon Bernhardt in 7th position. So a couple of these guys working their way through just a little bit, but for the most part, this is really helping out these guys here up front. And while we have a second, let's hear from our sponsor.
The AOLL Racing League began racing in the early 90s with Papyrus's NASCAR Racing and has grown over the decades, now racing on the iRacing platform. The AOLL has 3 divisions: the TNT Series Developmental Division for our beginners and those getting back into racing, the Cup Series for our veterans and Class A licensed drivers, the Sportsman Division racing the Gander outdoor trucks with drivers from the TNT and Cup Series. You can catch all of the AOLL action here on Ghostfire Media.
And we're back here at Phoenix Raceway. Under caution once again. Adam Wood, your current leader. So, everybody out in the TV land out there, where are you guys from? What are you guys doing? Who's your favorite driver? Who you rooting for? What's your favorite track? Talk to me a little bit. A couple cautions here tonight. Entertain me. Talk to me. I love hearing from you guys. It's fantastic to hear from you guys. I got to know, are you invested in certain drivers here? Is that why you tune in? Have you guys caught other races that these guys broadcast? I'm just here on Sunday nights, but these guys do the Sim 500. They do some other leagues. You know, have you caught some of them? Do you guys watch those? Who's your favorite broadcaster? I feel like Randy Pepper's going to get a lot of names there. A lot of name drops. Just like he likes to drop names. If you ever watch broadcasts, that dude knows everybody. Could it be Adam Wood? Adam Wood, your favorite broadcaster? That'd be interesting. Josh Last, maybe. Derek Schilling says Indianapolis. Derek, you're not supposed to be texting and driving, especially running fourth. But fair enough. Derek, one day I'm going to come over and visit you. I live in, my parents or my family's from Dayton, Ohio. So it's about 2 hours away. I have family that's in Fort Wayne, Indiana. One time when I go home to visit family, I'm going to drive to Indianapolis to bug you. Derek always tunes in when he drives. Always. And I think it's awesome and funny at the exact same time. Always makes you wonder, how much information does he grab from what I'm pointing out from other people? How much is he really paying attention? I really want to know all this. Pace car is off. Adam leads him around once again, as we are limping our way to halfway point. Hoping for a big green flag run here. Adam, huge jump coming into turn 3. That is going to give him a 2-car length lead coming out of turn 4. As Derek Schilling once again jumps towards the inside, as it looks like one of the Endeavor cars just gets a little bit into the back of, was that Dan Shirley? I'm not 100% sure, but as we see one of the cars get a little bit sideways, I believe that was Don Warkey. And Don drops to the back here. Able to save it. Great driving on his part, as Adam Wood, once again, he's leading here. Got about a 2-car length lead on Tim St. Jean. And just behind him, Josh Lassen. Josh Lassen, who we know is extremely fast here. It's good to see him back up front. It's good to see Tim St. Jean back up front. We haven't seen it yet this season, so fantastic to see him. Here comes Marshall Hall now. He dives up underneath Derek Schilling. He's going to look to take over the 4th spot as he's setting sail here. Just behind him, Brandon Bernhardt's making moves, climbing his way back up. Brian McFerrin as well. Dan Shirley starting to make his way up. Josh Hanner and Justin Anderson now up 3 spots off there at restart. He's up to 10th 10th position. Right now, you don't have to worry about, fresh tires, not fresh tires. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of difference between the guys that pitted and the guys that didn't, but we haven't run enough green flag laps right now for it to be a severe difference. So, as you see now, the 87, Derek Schilling, he's just trying to stop the bleeding here as he loses another spot to Brandon Bernhardt. And now he's continuing with Brian McFerrin on the inside. He's going to grab that spot. Dan Shirley just behind him. He's going to look to take that spot. It's Josh Hanner all over the back of him. Adam Wood now, he's got about a 1 second lead here on Tim St. Jean. Tim St. Jean looks like he made some big mistake. You see him here at the bottom of the track, keeps it rolling, no caution out. That's going to put Josh Lassen into second, but Josh Lassen now, he's got a fight on his hand. Marshall Hall now, looking to take over the second position. He's also got his hand full. We got the Endeavor car just behind him, the number 70, and we got a car in the wall. That's Josh Hanner. That's going to grab the 95-16. Looks like the 60-19. Big wreck here. Hair gets a little bit loose. Gets up into the wall. Look like the 95 May. Yeah, it just caught the back of the 16, puts the 16. And carnage ensued after that. Oh. As he tried to get going and catches, I believe that was the 80. And we're back under caution as now cars are starting to pit. And let's talk to our leader. Hey, Adam, it's Larry in the booth, man. Got a copy?
I got a copy, man.
Hey, man, looking good up front there. Definitely a rebound after that early race mistake. How's the race coming? How's the track? And can you hold this?
I mean, right now the track is great. I mean, we don't have a lot of green flag laps underneath us, so the tires are kind of... wearing's not the issue right now. We need to get it warmed up just so we can have the heat in the tires to make this actually, a competitive race. I mean, right now, I think I last pitted like 6 laps before the leaders who cycled to the back. So I'm just trying to hang out here as much as possible and kind of go green flag, and hopefully we get a caution probably about 20 laps from now. I think that's probably about when I'm going to come in.
Now, if you come in 20 more laps, will that get you to the end?
Oh yeah, that most definitely will get me to the end. I mean, heck, yeah, I'm not good to the end right now. I don't think I might be close, but we'll have to see how the tire wear goes. I just ran my fastest lap a couple laps ago, so I wasn't coming in now.
Well, that's a fair enough assessment, man. Well, you're looking good up front there, and we wish you all the best, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, got a horrible qualifying, and then just hit the apron wrong and looped my car around, and luckily that caution came out, got me a good break, and then missed a few accidents and got myself back up here in good track position.
Well, and here's to hopefully... I'm not going to say it. Don't even want to take chances of jinxing. We'll just digress on that note, huh?
Sounds good.
Hey, man, good luck to you the rest of the race.
All right, man.
That is Adam Wood of Steel Horse Racing. And real quick up there, so I don't think Cody retired his car. He's not. He's back out. Cody is back out. Everybody out there, all Cody Mitchell fans, he's still out there. I don't know why he wasn't showing on my stuff earlier. He wouldn't pop up. Nothing like that. But he's out there. Unfortunate for Cody Mitchell, he is minus 14 laps. So I have a feeling that had something to do with it. His car looks good right now. So I don't know if he was just pitting and waited till his car got fixed. Not 100% sure, but it might not be a bad thing if that was the case. A lot of caution so far. I've lost count. Anybody out there got a caution count? That'd be great. We can turn this into a drinking game tonight, guys, if you want. Kind of bored. Just kidding. Pace cars lights are off. We are about to go back green flag racing. Your leader, Adam Wood, followed by Josh Laston. Marshall Hall now sitting in third, and in fourth, Brandon Bernhardt. Don't look now. Here comes the 73. Justin Anderson up to fifth. Brian McFerrin in sixth. Dan Shirley seventh. Blake Gordon has worked his way up to eighth. Derek Schilling in ninth. Mike Bass now 10th. And Adam Wood gets a great jump here. Don't look now. Here comes the 73. Dives below here as he's looking to make a run. Just behind him, here comes Blake Gordon. Blake Gordon now making a run. He's all over the back of the 73, Justin Anderson. Woo, Josh Laston gets a little sideways there, able to hold it. Causes him to slide up the track just a little bit. Here comes the 73 now. Justin Anderson, Blake Gordon now looking to take it 3 wide. They are 3 wide coming out of turn 4. Justin Anderson's going to be able to take the position here. And then following suit is going to be Marshall Hall in the number 1. Adam Wood now your current leader, followed by Justin Anderson, Blake Gordon. We have Josh Laston, Marshall Hall in 5th, Dan Shirley 6th, 7th, Brian McFerrin, and 8th, Brandon Bernhardt now looking on the outside. Come diving in there, Mike Bass in the number 58, running in 9th as we are 3 wide once again coming into turn 1. They're able to fan out there. They get back single file. Right now, Adam Wood, your current leader, but he's going to have a handful between Justin Anderson and Blake Gordon that last lap. Adam Wood about 0.2 of a second off Justin Anderson's time. Justin Anderson is moving. He's on his way. He's catching Adam Wood as he'll look to start putting some pressure here on the number 45 Monster Energy Toyota. Not too far behind him, though. We'll have to see. Blake Gordon, he's very sneaky about saving his tires. It'd be interesting to see if that's a plan here to save some tires. As we spoke with Adam, he figured from there it would probably be pushing it on fuel. So maybe, just maybe, Blake conserving fuel, Blake conserving tires, and try to make this the rest of the way, or run the rest of the way. It'll also be interesting if we continue to go green here for a prolonged period of time. As now the 73 dives up underneath, comes shooting up. He's going to be on the inside here, turn 3. Adam gives him plenty of room coming through turn 4. As Justin Anderson's going to get a nice run coming there off turn 4 there, side by side. Heading down the backstretch. I said turn 4. That was definitely turn 2. Excuse me. As they come through turn 3, coming out of turn 4, Justin Anderson able to clear him, but here comes Blake Gordon. Spoke too soon on this. Blake Gordon, he's starting to really keep some momentum here. Now, I believe that partially could have been because of Adam and Justin Anderson being so racy with each other. Adam really holding his own here with these top 2 guys. And I have no doubt Adam really looking as caution back out. Here we have another caution. We take a look here. The 87. Just sitting there below that low yellow line. Gets sideways. Tags in front of the 5. Hits the wall. Derek, if you would have like commented or something while that was going on, that would have been nice. That would have been epic. But another caution. Now back out, and here comes the field. I believe this is it right here. I believe this is what Adam was talking about. Field coming in. I may make it from here on fuel. Stated earlier that it was about 70 to 80 laps worth of fuel. I definitely think these guys would be close if that's the case. you're also looking to account for caution laps as well. So there's always that possibility with caution laps. Justin Anderson misses his pit at Blake Gordon, able to get into his pit. So this will definitely cost Justin Anderson a little bit of time here. Here comes Adam Wood. He's going to gain a spot. Now we had two stay out. Tim St. Jean, Greg Garcia, they're 1-2. Adam Wood now in, or Blake Gordon now in third. Adam Wood in fourth. Justin Anderson loses a spot. He'll drop back to fifth. Just shy of the midway point here tonight, Phoenix Raceway. Hey Derek, if you're still listening out there, how many cautions are we at? I'm curious if you're paying attention like that. I never did. As a driver, I never did pay that much attention. On an exciting note, for anybody that really cares, I'm going back racing. Finally got my rig all set up and everything like that. I'm actually sitting in it right now. So rather exciting for me to get back racing. Possibly one of these leagues, get back racing with these guys, mainly Adam, my boy. I can't wait to be able to race with him again and get back racing in the league, especially tomorrow night. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Maybe pick up a GT3 league too. I think I'm racing GT3. Not that anybody may care. Kind of just talk to myself at this point. Comment, talk to me. Always use no clue a lot. Fair enough, Derek. Fair enough. Derek, Indy Supercross is happening next weekend. Are you going to be there? I am curious about that. When I was up in Ohio, man, I always went to Indy Supercross. A blast. Love going to downtown Indianapolis and Lucas Oil Stadium, getting to catch a Supercross race. Pace car's lights are off. We are starting to line back up 2 by 2. We're about to go back green flag racing. Pace car will dip off this corner. Right now, Tim St. Jean. Great seeing that number 6 car back up out front. Tim Hortons, if you've never had Tim Hortons, they make some pretty good frozen coffees. Definitely better than Starbucks. And their chocolate dip donuts are amazing. And that Tim Hortons number 6 Chevrolet gets a great jump as he's going to rock it out in front of Blake Gordon. Blake Gordon now, he's got his hands full of the number 45, Adam Wood. Adam on the inside of the number 6. Blake able to clear the number 6. That's going to put Blake now, your new leader. Adam Wood now on the inside. He's going to try to clear. Here comes Justin Anderson also looking on the inside to try to follow suit with Adam Wood. If Adam's able to make the move here early on Tim St. Jean. Just beyond those guys, you got Marshall Hall now. He's coming up on the outside. Again, that trioval right there here at Phoenix. Look at that rocket by Adam Wood, able to clear the number 6 going into turn 1. Now the number 6 split here. He splits the Steel Horse Racing boys of Adam Wood and the 73 of Justin Anderson. Now we see the number 1. He's looking towards the middle here. Marshall Hall, Brian McFerrin, he's looking on that inside of Marshall Hall. He's going to get to the inside of Marshall Hall. Marshall slides up though. He looks towards the outside of the number 6 of Tim St. Jean. That's not going to work. He's going to have to drop back 1 spot. He'll lose a spot here to Brian McFerrin. Adam Wood now comfortably sits in 2nd spot. He's got just behind him Justin Anderson. Blake Gordon now with a 2nd lead over Adam Wood. Justin Anderson, he's starting to look to make a little bit of a run. Brian McFerrin, as Marshall Hall is still looking to try to find a way around that number 6. Halfway point. We are at the halfway point here at Phoenix Raceway. 64 laps complete of 125. I understand it's not completely the halfway point, but it's close enough. As once again, you see these different lines here. Adam, again, holding his own here. Your top three drivers running a fairly similar lap time. Just behind them, Brian McFerrin running just slightly faster. As you see it on the track right here. Steel Horse Racing running 2, 3, 4. As now Adam's starting to lose a little bit of time to the 73. Second, third, and fourth starting to tighten up as Blake Gordon continues to pull away. He is lead now about a second and a half. Adam really having a strong run here tonight. As Blake Gordon set sail. Again, he was your pole setter. He looked extremely strong going through the pole setting, so it's no surprise to see him here out front having such a strong run. Justin Anderson, he's just could be buying time, could just be being patient. One thing we know, and Justin said it last week, Blake is a master at conserving tires. So how much is Justin trying to conserve tires? Will we see him find another gear? Only time will tell. Again, Adam said that he should be able to make it on fuel if they just waited about 20 laps. It's about what he got, so I don't foresee these guys coming in and taking another pit stop here. As we see some 2x2 racing here. Tim St. Jean, he's on that inside right there. As Mike Bass clears him now, his hands full with the 18 of Josh Laston. Just behind them, you got the 95 Joe Dinsmore, Tony Pandon, and Ed Springer. Ed gets a little bit loose. He's going to come down into that inside wall. Keeps it rolling, no caution. Great job by Ed to keep it rolling. That'll avoid the caution. You see all these cars, well, a ton of stripes on their cars. As now Josh Laston looks onto the inside of the number 6. Tim Horton Chevrolet. Will he be able to clear him here? Heading down the back stretch. He will be able to clear him. He's going to come up. Now you got the 95 Joe Dinsmore and the Dragon Ball Z Chevrolet. Or excuse me, Ford. And the Ford. He will clear the number 6. And now following suit, you're looking at Tony Pandon. He's on the inside. Tony has no front end. Running 12th right now. That'll tell you aerodynamics not huge on this track, but the good news is no matter what damage his car has, his radiator is okay. He's not overheating the car. So good on him that he's able to just kind of hang on and roll right now as he's sitting in the 11th spot as he's able to clear the number 6, and caution comes back out on the track. Unfortunately, it's going to be the number 44 fan favorite, Cody Mitchell. He gets tagged in the rear there by the number 50. That's Blake Ziti. Gets him sideways. Cody able to keep it off the wall, though, so good on him. Looks like he jumped to the pits. Rough night for Cody Mitchell. At this point, just fighting for points. Craig out there said Dinsmore's car is my favorite for going by looks. I tell you what, Craig, Joe Dinsmore puts a lot of love and labor in every one of those paint jobs. He's always got a different type of Dragon Ball Z car. Obviously, huge Dragon Ball Z fan. Love seeing his cars. Honestly, at this point, Joe, I know you're going to go back and watch this. I really think that it would be kind of cool if you just showcase one of your cars, man, one time. Just give an overlook and post it to the AOLL fan page, you know, the Racing League page, open to the fans. And if you're out there, follow that page on Facebook to be able to get an awesome check of how that car looks. Because these guys, some of these guys in this league, they know how to paint cars. And they can paint some amazing paint jobs. Adam paints a ton. You see him there with the 45. I can't tell you how many different color cars he's got at this point from the Monster Energy. Hey, Blake took out the cone. But he's got a ton. He's got like a Deadpool truck, stuff like that. He does a ton of painting. And we'll see when he moves back with the family how much time he's got to do that. Don't tell him I said that. So those are great. Me personally, my guy, Rick Kohler, he does a ton of my paint jobs. He painted my cup car for the Veterans League that I run on Monday nights. And I don't have a GT3 car yet, so I might have to tap him for that one. Might have to get him to do that. Or maybe if I got some time this week, I'll do it myself. Nowhere near on those guys' level, but I definitely like to dabble in it, and they kind of fix what I mess up. So it makes life a little bit easier for them if I at least give them a base. Johnny Donnie said Adam's wife has a honey-do list waiting for him. Rest in peace, Adam. Johnny, I definitely expect to see a massive decline in performance out of Adam when he gets back in about a week. I definitely don't think he's going to be able to just get a ton of racing in. Dave says he misses ARCA. I do like the ARCA car, Dave. I think right now my favorite... maybe the SLM might be my favorite if I have to go for round track cars. I think that might be my favorite. These next gen cup cars are an absolute blast. Love driving them. I think they're more of a driver car, and I think that's why I like them more. The trucks are always fun, so I take your pick there. Derek said he will be at Supercross. I'm jealous, man. Sent some pictures. Absolutely love him. Johnny said, nope, no way. He's definitely foresee a decline. Poor guy. I ain't going to get that much racing in. And Dave said after Dega, nope. Man, it's all, again, the way you got to look at it too, though, Dave, is you got to drive the car within its limits. And, if you want to shove the front end of your car up the back of somebody else's car, you got to know the aerodynamics to it. You got to practice that stuff, and you got to know where your limits are for pushing another car. Just like these cars push different than the last gens, so it's all finding that fine line and realizing what the car can take, and even knowing what the driver in front of you can take, or what the driver behind you about to do to you, because sometimes you got to brace for it. As we're back green flag racing, and we've seen the 73 just get massively loose. He's able to save it, no caution, but that's going to help out Blake Gordon, Adam Wood, and Marshall Hall. Incredible save by Justin Anderson. That's going to drop him down to 9th position. As you see, no rear end on that car. I'd be interested to see how he lost that rear end. Now, what I want to know, Gary Jack said it'll be okay. I don't disagree with that, Gary. And what I want to know, man, is if Greg's still out there. Greg, you might get your wish, man. Your teammate, rough start there. As we see Blake Gordon, he gets sideways. He's able to gather it up, but he loses a lot of time as here comes Marshall Hall in the number 1 on the inside of the number 45 of Adam Wood. Side by side, these cars head down in turn 3. Adam Wood there on the outside. You see a lot of these cars favoring that inside line. As you got Marshall Hall, Brandon Bernhardt, Brian McFerrin, Josh Laston, I believe even Tony Pandon right now. As Adam now does a cross-up move, he's going to slide down and get just behind Marshall Hall. As these guys will try to look to set sail here and try to catch the number 51. Again, still a little weird. Used to seeing him in the 13 of Blake Gordon. And Greg said, "Go Big Wood." Wait, go Adam. Yeah. PG-13 shows PG-13. I actually don't know how that rating actually works, but we'll call it. We'll just. It's good. It's okay. Pretend that never happened. As right now, Blake Gordon set sail. He's got about a little under a second lead over Marshall Hall. Marshall Hall, though, he's just a tad bit faster than Blake Gordon, so will it be interesting to see, can he run him down? Adam Wood right now showing third fastest out of the top 5, so holding his own. Just had to get down to the bottom here. And now Adam looks to the inside of the number 1. He's going to fight for the second position. Coming out of turn number 4, he's going to dive into that tri-oval, running extremely low. That will allow him to clear Marshall Hall, as Marshall now stays up in that higher line. Brandon Bernhardt now pokes to the inside. Not able to get a good run here, but he's going to get a run coming out of this corner. That's going to allow him to get to the inside. And here comes the 18, Josh Laston, now also looking on the inside. Josh is trying to follow suit here of the number 70, Brandon Bernhardt. That hangs Brian McFerrin out just behind the number 1 of Marshall Hall. 84 laps complete. Marshall Hall, he's going to be able to retain third as he's able to clear. Brian McFerrin trying to do the same. He's going to be able to clear the number 18, but he's still on the outside of the number 70. Right now, Blake Gordon has set sail at almost a 2-second lead over Adam Wood. Now we see Brian McFerrin gets a little sideways. He's going to be able to keep it going. No caution yet. No caution, but that also hurt the number 70 of Brandon Bernhardt, as now Brandon drops back to 11th position. Gives a ton of breathing room now to Adam the Woo Wood and Marshall Hall, as Dan Shirley now side by side with Tony Pandon. Tony Pandon limping this car, no front clip on it, and he is running comparable lap times with these guys, and right now up to 5th position. So it goes to show you, even with the damaged car, you can make something work. As Dan Shirley able to clear, that's going to put Dan Shirley up to 4th, having a great run tonight. It's good to see Dan Shirley back up there in the number 49 Chevrolet. As Josh Laston looking all over the back of Tony Pandon. He will try to find a room to get around the number 29 of Tony Pandon. Looks towards the inside. He will do the Adam Wood thing, go way below that yellow line, come screaming up, and that's going to give him the inside heading into turn 3. Tony gives him plenty of room there on that inside. Side by side, coming out of turn 4, Josh Laston gets a nice run, but the number 29 gets an even better run, as here goes the 7 there on the outside. He will try to follow suit. Will they go 3 wide as the number 7 looks just to the outside of Tony Pandon? He does not, as Josh Laston stays above that yellow line. Here comes the number 2. The number 2, Josh Hanner. He's up to 6th position. Side by side with his teammate going into turn 1. Coming out of turn 2. Can he clear Josh Laston? He will clear Josh Laston. No, Josh Laston fighting back here on the outside. Just ekes him out going into turn 3. The number 2, Josh Hanner, has Brian McFerrin all over the back of him. Tony Pandon gets loose. He catches Josh Hanner, and that's going to bring out another caution. We're going to go ahead and let's go to Chopper, because looks like this catches a lot of guys. As you see here, the 29 just gets below that yellow line, gets sideways, loses it, and then comes up, catches the 2, puts the 2 in the wall. Fortunately, that didn't get anybody else, but where it did, and we'll have to see. So the 95 just misses, catches the 6 though, which catches the 70. I believe that was another No Pants Racing guy there. And Teddy Weichel, maybe? No. I take that back. That looked like... Go back to racing here. As cars are on pit road. That was Mike Bass that got caught up in that. Adam Wood now on pit road. The only person looks like that's staying out, Justin Edwards. At 91 of 125. We had a nice little green flag run there. That's going to allow these guys to be able to turn in some laps. Here goes the number 6. Looks like the 6 is going to win the battle off pit road. 73. Then you got the 51. Then the 45. So Justin Edwards, because he did not pit, will be your new leader here tonight. Justin Edwards is going to be in second. Blake Gordon third. Adam Wood fourth. Fifth. Marshall Hall. Now it looks like Justin Edwards is going to squeak off to the pits. Good strategy there. Get a championship point and then go into the pits. Great strategy by Justin Edwards. So that'll cycle through. Justin Anderson. I digress. The number 6 of Tim St. Jean is not your leader. He is a lap down, but he will get a waiver round. I don't know exactly how many laps down he is, but he'll get a waiver round, so that'll allow him to at least grab 1 lap back. Hopefully be back on the lap after this. So your leader now, Justin Anderson, Blake Gordon in second, Adam Wood, followed by Marshall Hall, Dan Shirley in 5th and 6th, Josh Lassen 7th, Brian McFerrin 8th, Joe Dinsmore 9th, Blake Ziti, and in 10th, Teddy Weichel. Don Workey up to 11th. I have not seen Don's brother comment here tonight. Hopefully he's out there watching, listening. Just know your brother is on the edge of the top 10. I think that if Don can get up into that top 10, I hope you never hear the end of it. Or at least you start rooting for him. One of the two. Pace cars lights are off. We will go back racing lap 94 of 125. Right now, you kind of seen the class of the field here in the top 2, Justin Anderson, Blake Gordon, but don't count out these guys right behind them with Adam Wood, Marshall Hall, Dan Shirley, Josh Lassen, Brian McFerrin, Joe Dinsmore. Blake Ziti sneaking up in there, Teddy Weichel sneaking up in there. These guys in the top 10 extremely fast, even beyond that, have really been racing extremely well. So definitely if these guys make some mistakes, it's anybody's race here tonight. So we look forward to this as the pace car is off. It will be on the number 73, Justin Anderson. Great jump by Justin Anderson. Adam Wood able to get a nice jump. He's side by side with the number 51, Blake Gordon. There goes the number 1, Marshall Hall. He gets sideways, gets tagged in the side. And just like that, caution. Back out already. Right here, he's going to spin the tires. Comes just too hot right there. Gets tagged in the side, but because it's such a wide track, for the most part, everybody else able to fan out and avoid Marshall. So a little bit of damage to Marshall. I think he's going to be all right. Also know that he's pretty sneaky about not using his fast repairs. So I don't think we've seen the last of Marshall Hall here tonight. And back under caution. Well, we had some nice conversation. Now the conversation's kind of died down in the chat. Let's talk some more, guys. What's going on, Greg? I hope you're. I see what you said. Out with your son's traveling baseball team, man. I hope your son is doing extremely well doing that. I heard it's really expensive to do stuff like that, but it also takes a really good player to get on those teams. So. Kudos to your son, man. I'm sure it's a lot of dedication he's put in. Absolutely awesome, man. Hope they are doing extremely well out there. I know you're from the Indiana area, so that's a pretty big trip out to Arizona. And a quick reminder, once again, March 20th, same time here, Ghostfire Media. The AOLL Cup guys will be at Atlanta Motor Speedway for 125 laps at Hotlanta. As we are under caution once again, Phoenix Raceway. I really just want to, I'm really curious how many cautions we're at right now. Just curious. Guess I shouldn't be that curious though. If I cared that much, I guess I would have counted. Yeah, well. Looks like Marshall Hall still showing in the pits right now. And he is. So I would say he's probably does not have his fast repair. Probably taking mandatory pit damage repair. Unfortunate for him. Was having a great race there. Pace cars, lights are off. These guys will start lining up 2 by 2. Once again, real question here tonight. Does anybody have anything for your top 2 guys? Justin Anderson, Blake Gordon. I tell you right now who Greg Well is not rooting for. I bet it's the 73. It's his teammate that he's not rooting for. I'm interested to know, Greg, are you rooting for the 51? Are you rooting for Blake Gordon? Because you said you weren't rooting for Justin Anderson, so I'm curious. And I feel like I just called Blake Gordon your teammate. I don't know. I think I'm just tired. Pace car is off. We are headed down the back stretch. Justin Anderson will lead them around. Once again, and green flag. We are back racing here. Great jump once again by the 73. Adam Wood dives to that inside, gets way down there. He's going to stay on the inside of the 51. Now looks to the inside of the 73, runs through there strong. But the 73 gets up into the wall. That's sort of 3 wide coming out of turn 2 as they head down the back stretch. Justin Anderson just tagged that wall. Now Blake Gordon looks on the inside. He's going to be able to... I was almost spoke too soon. Adam Wood now fighting on that inside as they continue to run 3 wide coming across the stripe. Blake Gordon now able to clear the 73. Here comes Dan Shirley up on the inside. Dan Shirley now gets sideways. Can he save it? No, round he goes. Caution back out as Adam Wood side by side with Blake Gordon. And as we've seen, Dan Shirley gets sideways here. We're looking at the number 70 of Brandon Bernhardt. He's going to check up here, gets hit by the 4 and by Dan Shirley, the 49. A lot of damage now to the number 70s. He tries to come off the wall here. Having a rough go of things here tonight. And 25 laps to go. We are on the downslope of tonight's race. 25 laps to go.